What characteristics do you believe brilliant individuals share? Many individuals consider intellect to be one thing smart people have in common is that they're committed to lifestyle habits that support and protect their mental health. Some people, after all, make being smart seem effortless. Intelligence, though, isn't a set trait. It's a changeable, flexible ability to learn and stimulate your brain that can improve over time. We've compiled the 15 behaviors that they all share and that we believe are crucial to improving your intelligence every day. But before we continue, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because you do not want to miss out on our daily supply of fun and enlightening films. Let's start at the top. Be sure to ask questions. Knowledge, according to German philosopher Hans-Georg Gadamer, can only those with inquiries may get knowledge. Most individuals who have questions avoid asking them out of fear of appearing foolish. Yet this couldn't be further from the truth because children need to ask questions and seek out answers in order to learn. The extent of our curiosity has no bounds. Everything around us fascinates us. How come the sky is blue? As to why cats meow. And as a result, don't be scared to ask questions or investigate issues on your own when you go home rather than watching television if you have any doubts or are unclear about anything. Don't overlook this simple but time-consuming practice as it may simply significantly boost your intelligence. Number 2. Look online for information that will allow you to grasp subjects you're interested in but a bit puzzled about. Read many types of literature. We have instant access to nearly all of the written works produced by humans thanks to smartphones, tablets, e-readers, and of course the internet. However, we frequently waste time watching amusing videos of cats and dogs on Facebook while just mindlessly scrolling a newsfeed. It's undoubtedly a way to unwind and feel more cheerful, but it's not realistic or healthy to use all of that time. The finest alternatives include books, scholarly journals, in-depth articles, and websites. Establish your own reading schedule. Even if it only entails reading a chapter or two every day, your knowledge will advance with time. The third, spend time with intelligent individuals. Spend time with intelligent individuals. Your pals can help you learn new things and keep your mind sharp. Spending time with intellectuals will continually aid to feed your brain since brilliant people always have something to say and something to teach you. Our surrounds impact our values, beliefs, and ways of thinking. Even though you may occasionally feel as though you don't know enough, this feeling has advantages since it forces you to adapt to your environment and because admitting your deficiencies will motivate you to work harder to develop. Intellectuals already know how to feed their brains, so spending time with them is very beneficial in order to adopt knowledge as well as a learning style. Your friends don't have to be smarter than you. What's important is that they always have interesting topics to discuss and are pace setters in whatever field they work. The fourth. Pause and reflect. Taking pauses to reflect on what you've learned is highly beneficial and actually an important part of the learning process. When you take time to think, you get to consider all the factors that might directly or indirectly have a connection to whatever you're doing. You get to plan 3 to 5 steps. We are all easily distracted from one thing to another, not properly understanding the true essence of the information received. 5. Exercise often. Smart people listen more and say less and accomplish more with fewer words. Exercise and its benefits on our intelligence are generally overlooked. As you develop cognitively, bear in mind that you should also develop physically since the two are interwoven. The brain and body work together constantly, and our general health and vitality directly affect the quality of our thinking. Exercise also teaches discipline, which is important for the rapid development of healthy habits and new knowledge. Make an effort to find time for at least one kind of exercise, such as joining a local gym. Get running shoes and go for a few-mile run, or just do yoga or other at-home exercises. Just be sure you move around more. The sixth, prioritizing wholesome eating. Despite the widespread belief that glucose is the best fuel for the brain, a balanced diet rich in essential vitamins and minerals is the best way to power your thought process. The ideal diet for enhancing brain performance includes enough protein, moderate amounts of carbohydrates, and enough healthy fats, so whole grains are a good choice. Lean meats, nuts, fish, and dairy products should be on your supper menu. It's also a good idea to develop the habit of eating just until you are content. Additionally, try to stay away from junk food as much as you can because it will make you feel drained and, in the long run, can lead to some health issues. 7th, keeping a journal. Keeping a journal has been linked to increased brain function in studies where participants wrote down their thoughts and observations of the day. Personal experience and accomplishments are the only things that can inspire and advance your intelligence. Take some time each night to jot down your thoughts, events, and insights from the previous day. This will give you the chance to analyze the thoughts and questions that arise. Writing frequently also has the added benefit of improving your language and communication skills. Since keeping a diary is a language practice activity, learning new words and expanding your vocabulary will raise your IQ. The 8th rule is to try something new even if you don't believe it will work, since practice makes perfect. Clever individuals are. Perfectionism is attained via practice. Not overly afraid of failing, they are up for the challenge since they know that practice is the key to learning anything at all. It's hard to learn a new equation if you don't try the questions on it, and the same is true for learning to play the guitar if you don't try out the chords for yourself. Occasionally remarkable and even spectacular accomplishments are the outcome of something that worried us. The 9th, apply and spread fresh. Apply and share new information. If you don't plan to utilize what you learn, there is no point in learning it. Clever individuals always apply the information they have learned, not because it will help them succeed, but because sharing their intellectual resources increases their value. Have you read a book? Talk about it with others who have. This is the greatest way to understand the material and reinforce what you've learned. It doesn't matter with whom you share your ideas, with family, friends, coworkers, members of a social network group, or participants in a topical forum, because sharing knowledge itself enriches your understanding and aids you in coming to more knowledgeable conclusions. You will learn more during such a discussion about the work itself as well as the lessons other people have discovered. The 10th, clever people tend to have fewer friends, but they make up for it with enduring and sincere relationships. Be picky about what you spend your attention into. Beyond friendships, those you spend time with, including your loved ones, reflect your own identity and needs and help you comprehend who you are and the world around you. Being selective with what you focus on will enable you to work efficiently and free from interruptions. Think of a mental checklist. It's far simpler to follow the next agenda on your list than to juggle all your plans simultaneously. Smart individuals find it easy to set priorities. The 11th. In the age of complete digitization, take quick breaks at the office. Even a brief vacation is sometimes necessary to stay creative and prevent cognitive burnout after working for several hours, weeks, or months. And due to the absence of pauses and moments of mental calmness, we start to think superficially and automatically. The same goes for reading. You will assimilate better when you take breaks. Being aware of what's happening isn't always a good thing. Develop organizational skills for their gadgets and instant communications. People who want to keep things organized tend to be smart disorganized objects both at home and at business. The attention is diverted from activities by frequent message alerts, clutter on a desktop, and files in work folders, all of which reduce productivity. The less chaos there is around you when you live and work, the better your mind will work. Make it a practice to put things away straight away. Create many themed folders on your desktop and refrain from storing individual documents there. 13. Please. Examine the behavioral tendencies of others. Examine the behavioral patterns of others. Try to understand the situations of people around you. It will take significant intellectual effort, but in the long run you'll have better social skills and be able to make the right decisions, especially when other people are involved. Smart people tend to be understanding in their own way and consider things like their colleagues' motivation, their perspective of the project, and the level of help they require. Numeral 14. Active observation. Despite being able to see everything around you, practice active observation. Do you truly pay attention to the world around you despite the fact that you can see it? How attentive are you to it? While many of us passively observe the environment, concentrating mostly on the issues that directly touch us, spend a few minutes each day taking in your surroundings. When you turn your attention outside of yourself and actively pay attention to details, you'll be surprised by what you discover about your surroundings. So give it a try. Critically examine the commonplace everyday interactions that take place in your environment on a global interpersonal and societal level. This should be normal for everyone, but given the circumstances of our times, this is a useful practice that's a little bit unpopular. According to research, allowing our bodies more downtime improves our brain's capacity for memory, focus, and attention. So, sleep whenever you need to. The brain processes information from the previous day as you sleep. Having enough rest strengthens memory and removes amyloid and tau proteins linked to plaque formation in Alzheimer's disease. Although there is no set length of time that everyone should sleep, different individuals need varying amounts of sleep. It was also discovered that those who typically stay up late and wake up early had worse attention levels than their peers who slept for longer. Playing games that challenge your mind is a particularly good way to spend your time since they improve your mental skills while also making you happy and having fun. These games need you to think creatively, use your creativity, and solve challenges that are continuously changing. Mental games like crosswords or Sudoku don't have an age restriction and may be enjoyed by both adults and children. According to a study from 2019, individuals who played one or more games that challenged the mind process frequently performed better intellectually than those who didn't. Hey Luxor, this concludes today's video. Let us know in the comments which of these practices you believe would have the greatest impact on your general level of intelligence. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to never miss an upload. We'll see you back here tomorrow.